It's 6 a.m. and I'm here to bring you the bad news, like the Grim Reaper. Mort, if you will. Terry Pratchett shout out. Roster cuts. Let's Talk Lions. Woo! Welcome back to an all-new episode here at Let's Talk Lions. My name is Jay. Like I said, it's 6 a.m., which is really nice. It's very quiet. Town is sleepy. No bulldozer noise behind me, so that's really good. That's really good. But yeah, man, I'm looking at all these roster cuts. And I figured let's just jump into it because the Lions got to make all these roster cuts, I believe, by 4 p.m. today. So they've already made a slew of them, and they are cutting ties with guys more quickly than Frodo cut ties with the Fellowship, which, if I'm thinking about it, it was 4 months that they were together, right? They're in Rivendell in October, mid-October, October 14th, 15th-ish, and then they cut ties late February, right? That's when Boromir tries to take the ring. They end up going their other way. Okay, so 4 months together where, you know, when you think about it, training camp, rookie, May, June, July, August, 4 months. Look at that. It's like I planned it. That's just the way it works, my friends. 4 months. Frodo and the Fellowship cutting ties, Lions cutting ties with some of these guys. And some of them, okay, who cares? Others of them, RIP. So first and foremost, let's talk about both third-round picks out of 2023. Hendon Hooker and Brodric Martin. Both of them out of here. Hendon Hooker was the writing on the wall, King of Persia, Babylon, here we go. Daniel, shout out. We all knew it was coming. We all knew it was coming. In fact, I think a lot of us last year were kind of like, Hendon's time is waning. He was like a waning star way out in the abyss. I mean, we all knew it when we brought Teddy Bridgewater back for the playoff run. By the playoff run, I mean the single game where we got clapped by Washington. I think at that point, the writing was on the wall. It was pretty evident, like, oh, shoot, okay, it's over. His time is done. And, you know, it is what it is. Hendon Hooker, the experiment, it didn't work out. And it's a third-round draft pick. That hurts because I'm looking at, right, check it out, 2021, our third-round picks. Here's our third-round picks under Brad Holmes. Aleem McNeil, Ifatu Melifonwu, Kirby Joseph in 2022, 2023, Hendon Hooker, Brodric Martin, 2024, did not have a third-round pick, 2025, Isaac Tesla. So you got Aleem, Iffy, Kirby, Hooker, Martin, Tesla. That's 6 guys since 2021. 5 years, 6 third-round picks, and we hit on, at the moment, 2 out of 6 for sure. Tesla looks like he could easily be a 3 out of 6. He could be the 50 percentile. But under Brad Holmes, these third-round draft picks, Aleem McNeil knocks it out of the park. Aleem McNeil is one of the best nose tackles in the game, and I'm fine to have that conversation. If you disagree with me, you know, that's fine. You could disagree. You're wrong. He is shaping up to be one of the very best when he is out there. The Lions' defensive line is just that much better, and losing him last year, watching him get off the field, and he yells the F word because you know he just tore it. Like, you're like, oh, we're screwed now. We're screwed now. So, Aleem McNeil, huge. Ifatu Melifonwu, plague-ridden by injuries, which was a huge bummer because he had all the potential in the world. I loved Iffy. Iffy on the blitz was one of my favorite. Like, I loved watching him off the blitz, and just sad that it didn't work out here in Detroit. If there's anything to be encouraged, though, yeah, sure, we miss on these 2 third-round picks, and some people are heralding on peach boxes in the street corner how embarrassing this is. And I'm like, bro, you don't know embarrassing. If you, as a Lions fan, if you're embarrassed by the fact that Hendon Hooker didn't work out as a backup, because we all knew he was backup, he wasn't going to be QB1. And if you're embarrassed by Hendon Hooker and Brodric Martin not working out, go back and look at pre-Brad Holmes era. Go look at our draft picks. From 2020 down to just go to 2016. Don't even go that far. You want to be embarrassed? I was walking around Kroger wearing Lions gear, dapping up 2 other people, thinking, Jamal Agnew? Jeff Okuda? Dude, even just go back to the 2020 draft. Jeff Okudah, DeAndre Swift, Julian Okwara, Jonah Jackson, Logan Stenberg, Quintez Cephas, Jason Huntley. 2 other dudes I've never even seen before. You want to be embarrassed? Go look at that. Friggin' clickbait out there driving me nuts. That's another thing. I don't really know. On Google, type it in Detroit Lions. This dumb website keeps showing up called like The Sporting News, and then there's like A to Z something. I never click them. I got tricked one time like 9 months ago, but it's always at the top. I'm like, I don't know how much you guys are spending to get up there, but frick, I need you to go away. Because it's always the most clickbaity, like, the Lions just did this insane move. It's like that one Lions YouTube channel where you're like, bro, nothing happened. It drives me crazy. Anyways, got off on a huge tangent. That's 6 a.m. with Jay. Okay, that's just what's going to happen. Roster cuts that have been made so far. This is per credit where credit is due, Pride of Detroit. Their website. They're able to keep a tracker for you. The tracker's awesome. Really appreciate Pride of Detroit and everything you guys do. And looking at the list, it just makes it so much easier than trying to hunt it all down. So shout out Pride of Detroit. But cuts that have been made that I'm looking at through Pride of Detroit is O-lineman Zach Johnson, edge Nate Lynn, nose tackle Brodric Martin. There goes that 3rd round pick from 2023. Miles Adams, Deion Jackson, Jacoby Keeney James, Gunnar Oaks, Eric Hallett, Jacob Sailors. That one we all knew was going to happen because in our running backs room, you've got Monty, you got Gibbs, but then you've got Craig Reynolds and Vaki, right? Those are the 2 guys. Vaki is a special teams guru component that is necessary, so we weren't going to let him walk. Jacob Sailors, hard-nosed, put the nose to the grindstone, gets the job done. Love him in 3rd down territory, everything we're seeing out of him. Bummer that we got to let him walk. Hopefully he clears waivers. We bring him back on the practice squad. I doubt it. I think he's put on a heck of a camp in order to just show somebody else like, hey, this could be your RB3, RB4. Just not in Detroit where the talent's so good. So sad to see Jacob Sailors go. From there, you got Barku, Whiteside, Jackson Meeks. That one surprises me. Now, I know the Meeks versus Dominic Lovett conversation it's a fair debate, and most people I'm seeing land on, yeah, but we drafted Dominic Lovett, right? Was that our 7th round pick this year? Correct me if I'm wrong. It's 6 a.m. Forgive me. But I believe because we drafted Lovett, the chances of him making the team more than Meeks, even if they're playing at a comparable play style, Lovett's going to get that edge over Meeks, right? Lovett will get the edge. Meeks will stay. But I look and I'm like, personally, everything I've seen, everything I've watched, everything I've heard, listened to, Meeks beat him out. And I get that he's our draft. I get that we draft him in the late 6th or 7th round. I forget when we got Dan Jackson versus Dominic Lovett. I get that you draft him, but at the same time, I look and I'm like, I think Meeks proved his point. Now, I'm not the GM. I'm not pretending to be, and I'm going to trust Brad Holmes implicitly here. So, hey, all is good if we're looking and we say Dominic Lovett's the guy. I just love what I've seen out of Jackson Meeks. So that's a bummer. We got Ian Kennedy, Tom Kennedy, classic cut, bring him back. Anthony Pittman, the first to go. The last 2, Hendon Hooker. Sayonara, Sammy. Sayonara. What's that show? And last but not least, this one hurts in a different way that I didn't see coming. Dan Skipper. Moment of silence. Yeah, man, Dan Skipper going, that one hurts in a different way because you got to imagine the goal is bringing him back to the practice squad. But at the same time, I think he has put on a bit of a clinic for, not a clinic, but he has performed in a valuable way that another team's going to look, and I don't see him clearing waivers. If he clears waivers, praise be to God. Get that man back here. But that one sucked. Going through this list, like 5:30 a.m., and I see Dan Skipper on there. I was like, you gotta be friggin' kidding me. You're telling me we're not gonna be chanting Skip at the stadium this year? Which, by the way, if anybody has tickets that they're looking to sell for a decent price. I'd love to buy them. Hit me up. You can hit me up on either Twitter, you can hit me up, or X, Instagram, whatever, TikTok. Send me a DM because I'd love to buy some tickets. They are just absurd right now through every other third party. Skipper's gone. Skip to my Lou, my darling. Right on out of here. That one blows. So that's kind of where we're at the moment. According to Pride of Detroit, total players still on the roster, 73. That means 20 more guys got to get cut by the time 4 p.m. today. But by the time this video comes out, there'll probably be 10 more guys gone. So we'll get there. But for now, I mean, I look at guys like Ronnie Bell, he'll go, Malik Taylor will go. We still got to cut at least 2 tight ends, right? So you're looking at 4 right there. Probably another offensive tackle or 2. Interior offensive line, we haven't really cut anybody yet, and we're gonna slash and dash there. So that is it. That is it for my 6 in the morning hangout here at Let's Talk Lions in the old studio. But yeah, man, that's it. That's it for now. Let's continue to watch the roster cuts unfold. Drop in the comments who hurts the most. Obviously, it's Skipper. If you don't say Skipper, bro, just go watch that Dallas game over again from 2 years ago when we got screwed in the end with Taylor Decker. Watch Skipper go nuts saying, I didn't. Oh, God. Skipper Boromir right now? And Aragorn's just placing his hands on him, and we're like, goodbye. Like, it has to happen. Like, this sucks. You've sacrificed yourself for us. February 26th, 3,000 and what was the year? I'm missing it. I can't remember. Drop it in the comments. Let me know.